Well, 50 people were left severely injured after 10 coaches of BG Express derailed early this morning. Here's a report.
Passenger train derails in Assam. In what can be called as one of the worst train accidents in Assam, the Dimapur-Kamakhya BG Express toppled from the tracks on the wee hours of today. The accident took place near the Ajuri railway station near Morigaon district of the state. Over 50 passengers severely injured. However, none of the passengers lost their life. Injured were admitted to the Guwahati Medical College Hospital. The incident took place when 10 coaches of the express accidentally jumped off the tracks and derailed. However, the exact reason is yet to be ascertained. The district police officials were immediately informed and they rushed to the spot for rescue operations.
Rescue operation 13 মানুহ ইনজিউৰ্ড হৈছে, মাইনৰ ইনজুৰি হৈছে, বাকি তেনেকুৱা এতিয়ালৈকে কোনো ক্ষয়ক্ষতি নাই। ৰেস্কিউ অপাৰেশ্যন এতিয়ালৈকে চলি আছে। ৰেলৱে ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্টৰ পৰা ইনকুৱাৰী কৰিব, ইনকুৱাৰী পিছতহে এইটো কাম কৰিব কি কাৰণত হৈছে।
Police officials and CRPF personnel rescued the trapped passengers of the derailed train. The mangled coaches of the train gave the rescue workers a difficult time in bringing the people out. Even as rescue operations were on, hundreds of people gathered at the spot and watched the rescue operations. This is not the first time that the train accident has taken place in the state. Earlier too, similar accidents have been reported. The Railway Department has ordered an immediate inquiry into the incident. But what leads to such accidents? Is it the lack of precautionary measures by the concerned department or the carelessness of the drivers? These questions are still awaiting answers. A News9 report.
Well, 6 people were shot to death and 12 injured after a private bus coming from Davangere to Bangalore caught fire on NH4 near Matikurke in Hiriyur in Chitradurga district in the wee hours. There were 29 passengers in the sleeper coach when the accident took place at around 2 a.m. The bus belonged to one SPR Tours and Travels operating out of Bengaluru. The bus, which started at around 9 p.m, picked up its passengers from Davangere and few other places in Chitradurga. When the bus reached near Metikurke, driver of the bus, Firoz, spotted the fire coming out of the bus and swirled the bus to the left and stopped it. However, by then, the fire had spread, and out of the 29 passengers, 23 managed to get out of the bus, but 6 passengers were burnt alive. 12 people have also been injured and have suffered burn injuries. They are being treated at a private hospital in the area. But as you can see, the flames had engulfed the entire bus, and yet another tragedy coming to light there. Of course, in this particular case, it is understood that the fire had suddenly come out, and the driver, in an attempt to stop the bus, hit a stone, and that impact too led to quite a bit of chaos. One of the doors was not unlocked, and there's no word on what led to the fire, but we understand that the bus driver immediately after went absconding, and the cops soon caught him and have arrested him now. And my colleague Bansi was in Chitradurga soon after the accident took place. He takes us through exactly what happened.
Well, this is the bus that was traveling from Davangere to Bengaluru, and here at this point, this is near Hiriyur, about 164 kilometers away, when this bus went off the highway, crashed into the stones beside it, and went up in a ball of fire. Now, this is the bus we're talking of, and you can see the effect of this crash. This is an Ashok Leyland bus, not a Volvo bus, as thought earlier. Now, this is a AC bus, a sleeper bus, and passengers inside. Presumably the bus was full. But we do not have the full account of the passengers because many of them just broke the glasses and went away. 6 have died. 6 have been completely charred because they could not get out of the entry door. Now this is the kind of damage that was wrought by the blaze. The insides of the bus completely gutted in the blaze. You can see no remains of the seats, interiors, nothing whatsoever. Now this is the door that presumably was jammed. This is the door that presumably was jammed, because of which the 6 passengers died. Had the driver opened this door, then the damage could have been minimal. Also, you see the electric console in the bus. That is the electric console. You can see completely gutted in the blaze near the driver's seat. That is the electric console, completely gutted in the blaze. Now, even the driver's seat, the steering, has been completely destroyed. So you can imagine the intensity of the blaze. Now what you see scattered around the bus are mostly foodstuff. This is sevaya and other foodstuff that was being carried presumably by the passengers. This is a part of the fan that has fallen off, and the intense heat. We will also show you the spot where the bus struck the road. Also, let's look at these are the tires. Now we will just show you the parts of the bus. This is in the intensity. You can see the intensity, what has happened to the tire of the bus under the intense blaze. This is what has happened to the tire. Also here, further down, we will show you the diesel tank. Now the Ashok Leland has the diesel tank on the left of the bus. This is about in the second row or the third row. This is a diesel tank that holds over 200 liters. Now the diesel tank, the cap is still on and the tank is intact. And if you hit the tank, you can realize that there is some amount of diesel left. So the diesel tank has not exploded. Now this is the diesel tank. This has not exploded even under the intense heat. Because of an inbuilt safety mechanism, the diesel tank has not exploded. Also, if you look at the rear wheel of the bus, now this is the rear wheel of the bus, again completely destroyed in the blaze, completely gutted, burnt. You can see the steel belts, these are radial tires and sticking out. Now here there is some fuel leakage. Now we will show you the exact spot. Now this bus has been lifted off the highway. This bus has been lifted off the highway. And this is the spot where it was lifted off from. This is the spot where the bus crashed into the stone, and the bus was lifted up from here where it crashed. Now this is the point where it crashed, and you can see this is the site. This point is exactly 164 kilometers from Bengaluru. Also, here you can see metal parts, molten metal that because of the intense heat and blaze, which is all lying all around here. Molten metal, of course now it's cooled, lying all over here. So this is the actual spot. Here you see all these are what was left from the blaze. This is just an indication of the intensity of the blaze. The bus, of course, was lifted from here and placed on the service road. They had to cut through the steel fence beside the road before they could place the bus. Here you can see this is just one part, which is, you can imagine the intensity of the heat, because all this is melted and most of it has gone out of shape. So just an indication, this is what is placed by the side of the road. 6 of the passengers died. Some of them a hospital. The hospital is not a great distance from here, a very small distance from here. Now this is yet another incident where a bus has gone up in a ball of fire, killing 6 people. When will the authorities wake up and bring in some restrictions that will put an end to such accidents remains to be seen. With camera person Ramu, this is Bansi for News 9.
And moving on, a still from Yogaraj Bhatt's latest movie has created an uproar. The still was officially launched by the production banner where Diganta is seen running nude. This picture has not gone down too well with the people who have raised their eyebrow over the suggestive image. It is said to be an unconventional film without the typical idea of a lead pair. The film features Ragini Dwivedi, Digant Ashok and Yogaraj himself as well as Bhavna Rao. But this particular picture has caused quite a bit of controversy. We earlier also spoke to the director Krish Joshi, who went on to tell us that it wasn't meant to be a publicity gimmick of any sorts. It is also an official launch by the production banner that is a very, very important part of the film. He also went on to state that the story of the movie is about the spiritual journey of a man, and hence this particular scene that lasts for about 2 minutes is instrumental to the movie.
This is basically a spiritual journey of a person that I wanted to depict. It is just that. It was not intentional to share this. It just happened. It was kind of late. I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. I'm busy with my shoot now. It was not intentional to share that. Yes, it was released. I just said it is. Somebody asked, and my PR asked me. It has been, it is available. Can I just release it? I said it is fine. It is just, it is not a gimmick or it is not a song or comedy scene. It is a very serious thing that it is a journey of a person. I call that particular character as a character that is between man and God. He raises from man to the next level towards God. That is the basic idea. So we are working on that part. It is just one of those, it's a very small part of that, the whole scene. It just comes for something like 30-40 seconds. The whole scene comes for 2 minutes. And this is something like, 8-10 seconds or something like that. It's just that.
Well, that was the director Krish Joshi going ahead and justifying the release of this particular image, but it has definitely not gone down well with too many people, some of them also suggesting that this is some sort of a publicity gimmick, but the director has dismissed all this talk, stating quite clearly that this particular scene, this still in fact, is instrumental to the movie. It pretty much explains the spiritual journey of a man, and that it was not a leaked picture but something that was released by the production banner themselves as the first look into the movie. Right, of course, there's been a lot of talk about this movie as it is, considering that it is being helmed by Yogaraj Bhatt and also stars Diganta as well as Ragini Dwivedi. But not starting off on the best of notes there, we are looking at the movie already causing controversy even before its release.